Is Bruno Fernandes a Manchester United legend?
You know what happens in the international break, since the football games are less, there are a lot of rumors which start flying around. And of course, this is a time when clubs try and do some uh, transfer business done. But one interesting piece of news which came out just day before yesterday was Real Madrid are interested in
Yeah,
signing Bruno, and the tan 90 million, which was 90 million deal.
yeah,
And the same question was asked to Amorim, obviously, in the press conference. The English press is notorious for poking the managers early on, and he specifically, explicitly denied and told him that we need Bruno, and Bruno isn't going anywhere. And this is something which I have personally told him.
yeah.
So tells you that there is still one player in this squad, in this broken squad, I'll say, in this dysfunctional squad, who still carries some weight, who still carries the Manchester United for with his name. And yeah, I think it's a brilliant question to ask. Is Bruno Fernandes a Manchester United legend? Because we talk about legendary footballers all the time. For me, the time when I started watching football, say 2004, 2005, 6, I think of Rooney,
Yeah.
Beckham, Ronaldo. Uh, Obviously, Paul Scholes is someone who influenced my footballing brain a lot. These are the players who I think of as legends. So, if prima facie, if I have to put Bruno Fernandes with these 4 5 people, my head goes nah. But that being said, in the last 5 6 years, uh, has there been a player who exemplifies the United spirit as much as Bruno does? I don't think so. There is any.
Yeah, so which is where now Bruno has spent close to 5 seasons. I think a little over 5 seasons now. He joined in January of 2020. And he has definitely shown the consistency. He has been consistent throughout. He's not one of those that who will do great in a season and then suddenly die down. So he's proven his consistency. He's proven he has the Manchester United ethos. If that were a thing, he displays the, he will do anything for the badge, and some of those things definitely go in his favor. But let's try and answer before we get to Bruno. Let's try and answer the question: what defines a player as a Manchester United legend? What are those characteristics? We have jotted down a few that we could think of. Whether it is statistics as compared to other legends or your peers in the Premier League, is it the longevity? Is it the club success? Is it, certain defining moments, iconic moments for the club? Or Dheeraj, as you put it, it is the X factor. Care to explain what you mean by the X factor?
X Factor is a little boy in England shouting the name of Wayne Rooney every time he kicks a ball. X Factor is Wayne Rooney being on the top of a FIFA album art 4 or 5 years in a row. X Factor is, you know, every person in the world across sports doing the Ronaldo Sue celebration all in the cross. These are things which cannot be, measured. These are the intangibles which I think make a player, any player, not just a United player, which make any player a legend
My
of sports.
my only argument there is that simply having or simply trying to portray that X factor without having some of the other things that we talked about make you seem a little arrogant. Now look at our boy Alejandro Garnacho. He tries to portray that he has these iconic celebrations. He has that bicycle goal against Everton, and he has the attitude of a young Ronaldo or whatever. But unless he is able to, have stats as compared to others, display that kind of longevity, get success for the club, have more of those iconic moments where he's single-handedly winning games, it will come across as arrogant, right? So if
So see, this is where the X factor belong, because again we are seeing a player who's doing well for his age, well for his club. I mean, to be 22, 23 years of age and play so many games for United and being a team as Manchester United dependent on your performances is such a big thing.
Yeah.
And yet he does all the celebrations of Ronaldo. That is the impact of Ronaldo. That is the X factor.
True, true.
Of course, Ronaldo has all the things which you have mentioned right in front there. He has the statistics. He has the longevity. I read a stupid stat yesterday that Ronaldo's debut is now closer to 1970 than it is with his current day. That is the longevity of Ronaldo we are talking about. I mean, that is crazy. Ronaldo has club success everywhere he has gone. Ronaldo has had iconic moments for every club he has gone to, and of course, the X factor is something which we see every day. Hoyland scored against Portugal, celebrated with a suicide.
Little ballsy of him, no?
Ballsy, but both of them. Like he mentioned that it was not disrespectful. That was him paying respect for Ronaldo. Ronaldo mentioned, yeah, he's happy with it. Like it's not just football that his celebration transcends sports as well.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
Ronaldo did mention that in the next tie, maybe he will get to see my celebration, and they did. So I think, yeah, Ronaldo still backs his words with what he says. So
that is what makes a legend, right? I mean, you mentioned iconic moments of the club. Tell me one debut goal which you would never forget in the last 7 years. I know which one you're thinking about.
in the last 7 years,
In the last 10 years, which is one debut goal of a player which made you instantly love the player.
debut goal of a player. Why am I
United
blanking?
player. A debut goal by a United player, iconic goal, iconic commentary. Every
That's long back, no? I would still talking about Rooney.
No, I'm not talking about Rooney. I'm not talking about a legend player. I'm just talking about a player in the last 10 years, a striker who came for United as a 19-year-old,
Oh, Rashford.
became a fan for. No, I'm not even talking about Rashford, man. I'm talking about Marshall here.
Oh, Marshall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Such substitute appearance. Goal against Liverpool.
Fan song. He had a fan song in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an iconic moment right there for you.
Marshall had so much potential. I mean, I genuinely wished he had gone on to do better for United. Also, there is a little bit of that thing that he came in with so much promise. He got that goal against Liverpool. He had that little bit of I don't know if it's the same X factor that you were talking about, but he had that extra. He would silky smooth, nonchalant. He would do some of those stuff. But I think injuries, and I don't know if whether it was the general attitude of the player which could get him far. But yeah, we are not talking about some of those. Coming back to the topic at hand. Okay, let's lay it out. We are saying there are some of these pointers, there may be more. But not having one of these pointers, would you think will impact the status of a player as a legend? Or if player has majority of this, they could be classified as a legend.
I think they could have a combination of these and still be classified as a legend.
Is there one of these which definitely needs to be there?
That's a good one. I think iconic moments for the club would be one which needs to be there, and for me, X Factor needs to be there. But
Yeah.
so see, here I'm thinking about likes of Rossi, Alan Shearer, who were like who maybe didn't win as much as they could, but had like longevity at the club and some of the iconic moments for the club as well.
Yeah. And
Might
maybe
set it into club success.
yeah. And maybe longevity for the club may not be a necessary requirement. Like I look at Robin van Persie. He was here with us for 3 seasons and at his peak for maybe a season and a half. And but I still consider him a Manchester United legend. He got us that trophy, 20th Premier League title. That season he was scintillating. We got it back from Manchester City, who had beaten us on goal difference the previous season. I consider him a Manchester United legend. So maybe if other things align, maybe longevity is up for debate as a
Okay, I mean, with the Robin van Persie, like it feels very harsh to say, but I don't consider him as a Man United legend. But see, in my head, there are levels for this game. There's like I already told you, there's a great servant for the club. There's a good player. There's a great player, and then there's a legendary player. So again, I'd say Robin van Persie, when he came to United, made us win the last title. Since the fact that we haven't won a title for the last 11, 12 years makes his legacy a bit more stronger. It makes his case a bit more stronger. But in my head, that was a genius move by Sir Alex Ferguson more than anything else. Uh, and yes, as great a player as Van Persie was, he couldn't continue those performances over the years. That's what
You know,
makes me.
there is one more thing why in my head I consider Robin van Persie a legend is
Yes,
he pretty much started sort of dissing Arsenal after he joined Manchester United. He was the boy in me was calling it started from there. And he till today he frequents Carrington a lot. I don't see him going to Arsenal Stadium and all of that. So I think that connect that he has established with the United fan base, I think is another level. So
that's a brilliant
that
point. Yeah,
that
yeah, another it is. Yeah, you have me half swayed there, but yeah, let's come to Mr.
yeah,
Bruno Fernandes.